Hello everybody, welcome back to Creating Hanley. I am Kimberly at Creating Hanley, and I just found these star blocks in my stash that I made last year. I'm pretty sure I made these two star blocks last year. Last Christmas time. And I don't remember what these are called. But we're going to figure this out right now. I don't remember what this is called. And I really wasn't even sure how I did it, but I've been looking at it and studying it, and I think I know. So here's the other one. I was looking at this one first, and I was like, I don't really see. It's not a pinwheel. It's not a weave, or what do they call it? A woven. It's not a ribbon block. So I'm not really sure. So I'm looking at it, and I was holding it up, I was holding it up, and the light coming from this way, shining through, and I'm looking at it from the back, and you can't really see, well, maybe you can from the back, but it looked like a friendship star block, which we made earlier this year. So I thought, oh, it's a friendship star block, and so I tried to do some research online to look up variations of the friendship star block, and it's close, but here's what gives it away. See this little corner in here? See this white tip right here? This one, this one, this one, this one. Really, this one's really deep, and that's probably one of these is a mistake. But anyway, so it's not a true friendship star because a friendship star doesn't have this little cut down here. And I'm looking at the other one too to see if maybe that was a mistake, and it's not. So if you look at it, there's this little cut down into the blue. Yeah. So it's not a true friendship star, but it's along that vein. So I'm gonna show you where the units are, and let's see if we can figure this out together. So these are strips, and I don't know if maybe this is better because I did one in like this kind of blue in the middle, and then I did this kind of blue in the middle, and I put the reds and greens and whites on the outside. So this one's lighter. Let's use this darker one. That might be a better contrast to figure this out. So you can see this kind of looks like a ribbon, almost a ribbon block, but it's not quite. And the middle is blue, and the red and green are on the outside. So that's the contrast. But you can see, if you look at this closely, you can see the direction of these strips go this way, and the direction of these strips go 90 degrees the opposite way. So when I think about this layout, I think there were two strips. So if I bring up this little thing here, maybe I'll get a bigger one. So if I bring up this measure, so there were two strips that went across this way, right? So all I do is sew two strips together like a jelly roll. You sew a jelly roll strip together, two jelly roll strips, and then iron them, and then they line up this way. And then the other part, it looks like four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 jelly roll strips went up this way, right? So 2 down here, and then 4 up here. So you sew 2 jelly roll strips together. I don't have any, but you sew, I just have these little squares here. So say like this is a jelly roll strip. You sew 2 of these together, boop, and now you have a 2 long jelly roll strips, and they go on the bottom like this, right? And then you have 4 jelly roll strips, and you sew them all 4 together. Ugh, I don't have enough hands. Anyway, you sew 4 jelly roll strips together, and then So those jelly roll strips onto these jelly roll strips, and that's how you create a block. So so now you have your block that way. And then you cut at a 45-degree angle. Because if you look at this line right here, this is a 45-degree angle. This one. So if I show you, so there are actually 4 units on here, and they're triangles. So you're making triangles. So you cut at a 45-degree angle. So what I think happened, and I'm not sure, but let's see if we can figure this out. You make 2 of those squares that I just said. 2 jelly roll strips this way, 4 jelly roll strips this way. So those strips onto each other. And then you have this, say, what is this, a 9-inch? It's a 9.5 inch. So you do that. And then square that up. And then you cut on the diagonal. I think this is what happens. You cut on the 45-degree. Because that creates, now if you're looking at this little penguin right here, you can see that's a 45-degree angle. If this is 2 strips going straight across and the 4 strips going straight up, right, the 90-degree mark, this is a 45-degree angle. I don't know if I can show that on here very well. But if you see like this line, here we go. Yeah, maybe you can see that. This line goes straight across. And then I line up this stitch line and this stitch line. And then right here at the white, that's a 45-degree angle. So I think that's what you do. Cut it in half. And then I'm kind of stuck on that part. Cut it in half, and then you cut it in half, and then cut it the other way again. It would depend on how big this is. So this probably actually is a 9-inch block. Actually, it might be a 9-inch block originally. Almost. Maybe it's an 8-inch block. Let's see. It may have been a 9-inch block. It may have been a 9-inch block, and a 1/4-inch seam allowance or a 1/2-inch seam allowance is it right here. So then that means that you come out 2.5 inches, or maybe they came out 3 inches. So we're doing this together. You know, we're trying to piece it together backwards. So you came out 2 inches from the end, and then made your cut. So what you would do is turn it around the right way. I'm really confusing myself here. Yeah, I'm not sure. So anyway, this is a 45-degree angle, and then you cut that, and then you put your white on. So you put a white piece of fabric on that section that was cut on. So now you have 2 halves. So then you would put the white on the other side, and then, man, guys, I'm not really sure. And then spin them. So you want to so now you've created your triangle. So here is the top triangle. So see this portion right here? This seam intersects right here in the middle, and then it comes up this way. So there's your triangle, okay? So each portion has a red, a blue, and a white, okay? And then this intersection right here creates another triangle. And then this part is the bottom triangle. And then here's the side triangle, right? Right there. So those are your 4 units. So now basically this is a 4 patch with 45-degree angles. So there are 4 patches on a triangle. I hope this is making sense. If somebody knows what this is called, please put that in the comments immediately. And if you know how to make it, put that in the comments too, because I'm pretty sure I made this, I want to say it was last year, or maybe this was even 2 years ago. I don't know. It was far down in on my stash pile. So I know why I made it. No, I actually don't know why I made it. But I know when I made it, but I don't know the year. I know when I made it. Anyway, regardless. If anybody knows what this is called, yeah, comments are great. And if anybody knows how to put it together, because I'm just working backwards. And I know they are triangle patches, and you do the 4 patch to make this unit. Okay? And so if you look at it, yeah, just as I said, 2 strip units together, 4 strip units, put those together, square those up, cut it at a 45-degree angle, and then it gets a little murky for me. I'm not really sure how much of this white fabric to use. But you can see once you put it all together, it's not truly a friendship star. It kind of is, but because these little cutouts are here and they're supposed to be there, that's supposed to happen. It's not a true friendship star, but look at it from the back. Yeah, it looks like a friendship star. Yeah, from a distance, it looks like a friendship star. So, but I'm just not really sure what these are for. Anyway, so if you know how to recreate this, or you think from my horrible instructions you could do that again, that would be awesome. I'm pretty sure this is a 12 or 12.5-inch square. So I think that might be a 12-inch square. Yeah. So sorry for this horrible video. I do have a new star video coming out, but the pieces are actually, you can see them right there, and right there. Yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.